Alright guys, so pretty exciting. I'm right now filming on my new camera, the Canon SL3, or in Singapore they call it the Canon 250D. Really cheap camera. I picked this up body only on Amazon for about 599 US dollars. And yep, I used my Amazon affiliate money, Amazon affiliate earnings basically to purchase this camera. And why did I buy this camera here in 2021? Well, after receiving so many requests on the Canon SL3 or the Canon 250D on my gimbal mounting setup tutorials like the DJI Ronin SE, the Zhiyun Weevil S, and the Phaetech AK2000S. So basically, YouTubers have been requesting for setups with the Canon 250D or the SL3 on those gimbals, so that's why I purchased this camera. So finally, I will be doing setup tutorials, Canon 250D on the Zhiyun Weevil S, the Phaetech AK2000S, and as well as my new gimbal, which is the Zhiyun Weevil 2. So stay tuned for those setup tutorials. Hit the subscribe button now guys, and the notifications as well, so you don't miss out any of my videos. So yeah, really pleased that I bought the Canon 250D. If you have been following my channel, I previously owned the Canon 200D, really brilliant, cheap, entry-level Canon APS-C DSLR. So I gave that camera away to my brother, which I kind of regretted because I really like the camera. It's so light and it's so easy to use and really good dual pixel autofocus, and the video capability for 1080p HD is very good as well. So right now I've upgraded to the Canon 250D and super pleased. And right now I'm using the Canon 10-18 EFS lens. So how does the video look? I'm filming in 4K video, so it looks pretty good on screen to me. So coming back to today's video, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this entry-level APS-C, which is a 24.1 megapixels camera, and its challenger for today is the Canon EOS RP, which I've had this camera for about 2 years, entry-level full frame camera using the new RF mount. So this is going to be a pretty interesting challenge because both these cameras were launched in May 2019. So both these cameras are exactly the same age. And both these cameras are also using the same Digic 8 image processor. So pretty cool there. It's just that both of them have different image sensor sizes, one APS-C, and of course the EOS RP uses full frame, and it is the cheapest full frame camera in the market. So let's go through the specs of the cameras really quickly, then we can start the challenge. So Canon SL3, basically 24.1 megapixel APS-C with a 1.6 times crop factor. ISO is from 100 to 25,600. It has 9 autofocus points, face detection and dual pixel, 9, just 9. So this will be a really interesting challenge. Just 9 dual pixel and face detection autofocus points, and this camera can shoot in 4K. And not only that, there is dual pixel autofocus when you film in 4K, that's why it's pretty interesting challenge, because 4K with the dual pixel autofocus but only 9 autofocus points. On the other hand, the Canon EOS RP, which is a 26.2 megapixels full frame mirrorless camera using new RF lens, the ISO is from 100 to 40,000. It also can shoot 4K 24 frames per second, and it has 4,779 autofocus points. But when you shoot 4K video, there is no dual pixel autofocus. So much more, basically 4,770 more autofocus points in 4K, but with no dual pixel autofocus in comparison to the SL3, which is only 9 autofocus points, but with dual pixel autofocus. So I'm telling you, I'm pretty interested to know which one would perform better. If I were to guess right now, I'm gonna go with the SL3 with the dual pixel autofocus system, because we know how reliable and good Canon's dual pixel autofocus is. So although 9 points only, I'm gonna go with the SL3. Later on we'll review and then we'll see who is the winner. So right now we're gonna start the test, so let's get straight to the challenge. Alright, so here's what's going to happen on the Canon SL3 or the 250D. I'll be using the Sigma 17-50mm f2.8. This lens is as good or better than the Canon EFS native lenses. Really, it's really good, so that's why I'm confident I'm going to be using this lens. And since we're shooting at 17mm times 1.6, that will be a 27.2mm full frame equivalent. And since we're shooting in 4K, there is another 2.64 times crop factor, so that comes up to about 70mm full frame equivalent, plus, not full frame equivalent, plus including the 4K 2.6 times crop factor. So let's go right now. Alright guys, so how was that on the Canon SL3? Was it any good? So now we come to the Canon EOS RP, and I'll be using my fastest aperture lens as well. Remember, this is full frame and using the new RF mount, so I'm not so sure what's gonna happen, but this RF lens is the cheapest in the market, the 35 f1.8 RF. And when you shoot on the Canon EOS RP, besides having no dual pixel autofocus, there is also a 1.7 times crop factor. So 35mm times 1.7, that comes up to 60mm. So the focal length on the EOS RP will be 60mm, and that f1.8 times 1.7 is an f3, but we're gonna bump it up also to f6 to match the Canon SL3. So right now, let's go 1 minute on the clock. So alright guys, so that was it. Which one do you think performed better? As expected, to me, in my opinion, the Canon SL3 with the dual pixel autofocus in 4K performed better than the full frame Canon EOS RP, although it has 4,779 autofocus points. Without that excellent Canon dual pixel autofocus, practically it's pretty much crap. So basically, that's my opinion. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments in the comment section. Basically, both entry-level cameras, both using the Digic 8 image processor, both shooting in 4K video. The big difference is the SL3 has dual pixel autofocus but only 9 autofocus points. The EOS RP has 4,779 autofocus points but no dual pixel autofocus. So leave your comments in the comment section to tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my upcoming video tutorials on my new Chain Weevil 2 as well. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification button, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.